Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan, Spartan Stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Spartans will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will take the first swing of the game. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reese, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well of these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys, Michigan, Michigan State, and it is intense and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding to school in his Ford Model T back in the day? How nice that would have been, just putting along and getting to school, making sure all his homework's done, just looking like the man on campus. I'll tell you, there's a lot of familiarity in this game. A lot of these high school players grew up playing with or against each other, so it just adds an extra layer to this rivalry.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
On the run, it's Poole. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with the first down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
6th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He makes the connection. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that, Palmer, a ton.
That's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too, and it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor, is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in this in-state rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keep it up with the speed on the other side. That's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Fast motion from the offense. Trying play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that you know if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
He'll field the punt and look for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Handoff from the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. And the Wolverines will keep this drive going.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Still looking on the move. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Pocket starts to collapse. They'll run the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Defense in press coverage. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They go right back to him. Thrust that arm out. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to throw, it's Durham. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. He wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. And if he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
Wants to throw on first down. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Turns it loose. He's got it down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 40 yards down the finally stopped.
The O-line gets an attaboy for that play. How about the time they gave their quarterback? Beautiful pocket. They allowed him to survey the field, find his open guy. This offensive line, they are gelling early.
Buying some time. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. This offense has a 2nd down play. He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Spartans have pushed it inside the 20. To the air, it's Durham. He'll get rid of it. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. I'm not talking about ranking trophies.
They go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They're trying to get to it. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Pressure coming. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
And getting after the quarterback, man, getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback, man, that's what you'd like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead down a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. Fires on the move. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Durham. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. That pass is incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to get to it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game.
But the ball pops out on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Michigan. This offense is so good, man. They can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he could not get loose on the run. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. Dropping back, it's Durham. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Spartans! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. The snap sets up to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
That keeps the score. Michigan 24, Michigan State 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Off the play fake. He wants to take the top off. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the beatdown has ensued. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Dropping back, it's Durham. Zings it complete to the right. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Off play action on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on second down after the incompletion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. To the ground with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll pull it down. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Couldn't you just see the offensive staff room this week? They'll never expect us to throw it to the fullback.
They did. I was caught off guard. I didn't think they were going to throw it to the big fella, but I'll tell you what, nice job by the defense, being ready for whatever comes their way, getting the big tackle for a loss.
And he's wrestled to the ground.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting a run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
And the Wolverines get it past the sticks.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Wants to throw on third. He's got the tight end. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Poole. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. It's complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong. Put up some good numbers.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Durham. Makes his connection. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's looking to throw it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Catch inside the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Smarty. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question who the quarterback was doing with that one. Nice job.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Ready to fire from the pistol. He wants to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Now on second down. Scanning the field, it's Durham. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Looking for a productive play on first down. This is not a guy that you can just keep your left eye on. He will go off and torch you like an Andre Rison.
Yeah, you definitely have to make sure you know where he's at. He's having a day. He's doing whatever he wants to do. So defensively, I make Michigan State.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Spartans.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by a field goal over Houston. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Can't get him to the ground. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Coming up on second down as they try to hold this lead. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And if they can nudge this one forward just a bit, that might wrap things up here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll give it to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. That's a good play on third and short if you can get them aggressive and the defense aggressive, but the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
Gets it out fast. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Darasol. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
Throw is incomplete. It's now second down.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Durham. Unloads to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs.